I guess we can give it to Leia.
Right.
Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready. It's going to be very short because I don't know if this will fit into what you have. So I'm just going to throw the idea out there.
So
Um,
again, like I said,
I-
the way I'm setting it up, you already have an established superhero. The origin story part comes from within the side character. Or if you do decide to give an origin story for a side character, that's on you. The villain, the conclusion, the beginning and conclusion, and who will be your Suicide Squad member. Because again, if need be, we're leading up to Suicide Squad by establishing these villains.
okay, right now at
Right.
this point, I do not know who would be my Suicide Squad member. I've got to be really honest
So
Right.
about it.
let's start with your superhero. Go ahead. Go ahead with your superhero.
Well, my superhero is Wonder Woman,
All right.
Oh, good
and
choice.
the way I was thinking is that Wonder Woman is in Washington D.C. If you want to put it into the universe, it's not 1984. It's the universe that is now. But I'm stealing a little bit of what the Wonder Woman 84 and the Linda Carter TV show. So I'm going back to the old classics. I'm stealing a little bit of that.
Okay.
My vision is Wonder Woman is either in her home, or she's at where she or working at the museum in Washington. Maybe she's sitting there and she's reading a newspaper. Now my vision was, let's say perhaps we all know in Donner Superman, which I'm borrowing from, Lois goes flying with Superman. And let's say Lois writes, if you pay attention to the film, Lois actually writes an article called My Night with Superman. And Wonder Woman is reading this
Yes.
about
Yes. 1,000 times yes.
yeah,
That's a good
I
one.
gave this Wonder Woman, thank you, Schooner, is reading this and curious as who is this man known as the Man of Steel that can fly. And her mind is, I don't know if this is a good guy or I don't know if this is a bad guy. Is this guy is he from the gods? Remember, she's part of Greek mythology. Is he Hercules in disguise? Is this someone else? I don't know who this person is, but I want to know who this Man of Steel is. This man that does incredible feats. And you have to remember, other people have seen him fly
Right.
and do the things that he does. And Wonder Woman is curious as to who is this. So my image is that somehow, and you can fill in the blanks, but maybe there's a
Right.
museum event going on in Metropolis, and she can take either her invisible jet or she can fly there, and she's going to go to this event and try to see if she can find out who is this Man of Steel. Because in her mind, I'm thinking at first she thinks he's not a good guy because she's faced
Right.
a lot of foes. Now, we can bring in like right now, I don't know who to bring into the Suicide Squad. But let's say somebody in the Suicide Squad is out there doing some crimes or something.
Could
Yeah.
be Cheetah.
And okay, thank you. Yeah, it's Cheetah that's doing these things that Wonder Woman is taking upon herself to do. But also, like I said, she's curious. The idea of my mind was her meeting up with the Man of Steel, but because she doesn't know who he is this man good or is this man bad? I don't know if he's, or maybe she thinks Superman and Cheetah are working together, or anything on
Right.
that line. Yeah, she doesn't know, but she needs to find out who this guy is. And maybe she's at some party or some event. Maybe Lois is there at the event to cover for the planet or something, and she's there, and she starts asking questions about some way Diana Prince can get the intro out of him,
Sounds
like,
like a
oh,
better plot than
they
Batman v Superman.
All right.
Oh,
Oh,
definitely.
yeah.
Anything's a better plot than Batman v Superman, honestly.
Thanks. And yeah, that's what I was thinking, that maybe that would be a better plot. But my idea, or if you want to bring Bruce Wayne there, but since we're not focusing on heroes, we won't go into that. But I'm thinking maybe he makes a cameo appearance because if it's a museum or charity or something, Bruce Wayne has got to be there because it's money. But her focus is dealing with Cheetah, but I want to know who this Superman is. Is this Superman, or is he
Yeah.
from the gods? You know, did the gods send him? Because she's part of.
I like what Leia's saying because she's actually wanting to find out whose side is Superman on instead of just what we got in Batman v Superman, where Batman is basically out for his blood.
Right, right. So that's the idea that I'm going on. If anybody want to add in for that, they can. But the idea that I was thinking was that she is there to find out who Superman is, and I haven't thought of the moment where she sees him. And I wanted to think that maybe she sees him flying. And still trying and finding out, who are you or whose side you're on, or maybe she's battling Cheetah. Cheetah gets away, or maybe Superman comes in and spares Cheetah when Wonder Woman wants to take her out, and here he comes in, and she's not sure who he is.
I think Wonder Woman should have a clear distinction of right and wrong, and she doesn't. I don't think she would want to. I don't think she'd kill.
Okay.
Because the story that they always say, I don't have a rogue gallery because when I take care of my villains, I take care of them. That's totally been misrepresented. It's that she doesn't have she has a wide rogues gallery of villains.
Right.
It isn't only until recently when they started say, let's have her do more. I mean, this could be like one of those Hercules or Xena type deals where she's dealing with a god and a goddess. And or a goddess, and Cheetah is kind of a secondary bad guy.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking too, because I was thinking also, see, I would not want Ares dead.
No.
I would want, as you say, I was influenced by Ares on Xena. I was really influenced by that portrayal of Ares. I liked that portrayal of Ares, even though the actor is passed on, which is really sad, but I liked the way
his name is Kevin Smith.
Yeah. Yep. But I loved the way Kevin Smith take on Ares, which was the arrogance and the childish, but also the seductiveness of power.
And make you look good.
Of power and war. And I want I don't want Ares. Yeah.
You know what? Now that you mention him, Leia, you know who will be a perfect fit for Ares as far as casting is concerned?
Go ahead.
Kevin Sorbo.
Good choice.
Good choice. Great choice.
Look, she knocks him into the crater, right? He emerges from the crater disappointed.
Yeah, that's perfect. I love that. I love that, and that's the good first time for him to come out, because in the first Wonder Woman, I couldn't take that. I will destroy you. Oh, that got to go. So my thing is, she doesn't destroy him. He either she puts him in a cocoon, like you say, for a time being, but he gets out and he's ready to get revenge on Miss Prince.
So. Let me
or come back into the world to cause some sort of.
For a while. Fill me in on what you got listed so far.
Well, I have Diana Prince reading Lois Lane. Let's say, for instance, let's take what happened in Dawn of Superman after Lois Lane goes on the flying with him, and Lois Lane writes the article "My Night with Superman." Wonder Woman is reading this article, curious as to who Superman is. This is a man that can fly. So who is he? And he can fly. Is
Steve in this one?
Trevor?
Yeah.
See, that's what I was thinking about too, that somehow my thought was Ares makes some sort of deal with Hades, or the god of the underworld. Let's say the god of the underworld still exists, and Steve's soul is somehow trapped in there or something.
Okay.
And he needs some bargaining chip with Diana Prince, and he knows Diana Prince's Achilles heel is Steve Trevor.
You don't want to borrow too much from the DCEU current, by the way, guys.
How long has Diana been Wonder Woman in this movie?
Yeah.
Since she is immortal. 5 years. We're going 5 years. Okay, because I'm thinking she's immortal. So I'm thinking, like I said earlier.
Yeah, like I said earlier, we're I'm like if we really had to call this a phase of this movie, we'll call it phase 5 years.
For the 5-year phase.
Not like other people's 5 years. We don't want to go there. You all know what I'm talking about. We're not that kind of
But
5 years.
what I'm describing is 5 years of tenure for each superhero that we that we do a movie about. So Superman gets 5 years, Batman gets 5 years, Wonder Woman gets 5 years, whatever next bit superhero gets 5 years. Everybody gets 5 years. I'm kidding, but you can set whatever year she could be operating prior. Like you going for the immortal Diana, right?
Yes, I'm sticking
Okay.
with her immortality.
Okay.
But
It's gonna be a good build up to a Justice League movie when you think about it.
yeah, that's basically what I was going for. Was
DC does what Marvel don't. We can actually do superhero movies without origin story.
right? We don't.
Actually,
We don't need origin stories.
Yeah. That's
I
like
have
Genesis does what
Hang on,
Nintendo
Brian.
don't right there.
Hang on, Brian. Continue, Leia.
You're absolutely right. See, I wasn't thinking origin story. In this story, I think everybody knows by now she's now Wonder Woman. We've seen that up, we know where her agenda is at. But I think if she were to meet up with these other heroes, I think it should start with Superman and her reading Lois Lane's article, because I want to continue all of these characters in there. So Lois Lane wrote My Night with Superman, and she's curious about a man who can fly. I really like to meet this man who can fly. And let's say if she knows what's good, but also she'd like to know, is he a god, or is he a Greek spirit, or is he some other being
I like that. Is this the work of something magical? Is the magical world?
Tagline to the article: You will believe a man can fly.
Yeah, that's it. There you go. Right there.
I like that. And she thinks, is this another a trick from the gods or different gods? We can even say she's run into different gods if we want to do that. But right now,
So are we kind of like establishing that she's kind of a fish out of water, or so to speak, or no? Just
no, she's used to fighting the bad guys herself. We could say she's used to being alone.
Okay.
She's not aware there are other heroes with powers in her universe other than what she was told about mythology and the Greeks and dealing with Ares.
Batman will just be a myth in Gotham.
Yeah. You could work that. Yeah, you could work that in there. But her curiosity is more for Superman because of the way Lois Lane writes the articles about everything the Man of Steel can do. She read this. Lois Lane is basically telling him he took me flying. He picked up this helicopter. I'm thinking of Donner.
He's his biggest evangelist right there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he and Wonder Woman's going, well, who is this? Is the, not so bad, but can we work together? Or did the gods send him? Or is this story like my story? Thinking about how she became Wonder Woman, which I would change too, but we're not going to go back that far because I don't like the way in the first Wonder Woman how she became Wonder Woman. I was never happy with that beginning, but I'm going to skip that. We don't have to go back to that. But that's what I was thinking of, her meeting up somehow with Superman and wondering who he is. Now, like you guys said, she would know. She's just curious because let's say at this point she thinks she's the only special being on the planet right now. And now she's reading through modern media that there is someone else. And I want to know about a man that can fly. I want to know about a man that is strong as I am, because we forget Wonder Woman is pretty strong. But she wants to know, who he is. And
we have Ares. Yeah. What's Ares' stake in this story? What's his part in the story?
Ares wants chaos.
We can use that as a sort of a character's want, really, and we can probably set that up for the ending where I could say, whereas at the end she does meet Superman, but he's floating in the air, and he says, "Hello, Diana."
Oh, okay, I like
Bruce.
Yep.
I like
that. I like that because now it shows that Superman is by the Wonder Woman movie.
Not Bruce, but Clark.
Yeah, that would be cool because Superman, right here in this movie, you could have him say that Superman is becoming aware of all these other heroes, and he says that maybe it's time for all of them to sit down and talk.
Yeah, I like that. He could say that line right then and there. We got to talk.
Oh yeah.
Christopher Superman says that in Superman 2 when he's talking to Lois. I said, I think we better talk. So maybe he can say that again. I think Diana, I think we better talk. Now, I like that, Scooney. That's great. As far as Aries, Aries is back out of wherever Diana sent him, and he wants chaos into the world again. Also, he still has sights on trying to lure Diana back into the world that he talked about in the original Wonder Woman. He hasn't given up on that yet.
I got an idea for Aries,
Okay.
and I'm cherry picking from 29 the 2009 animated movie. Everywhere he goes, people are acting weird. You got crime as an all-time high sometimes here and there. She's trying to stop the fighting, but like when every time she grabs somebody, somebody's like viciously trying to claw at her, trying to bite her even though it doesn't affect her when they bite her. Somebody's trying to stab her, breaks against her skin. They try to kick her.
Can I add on to that
Go ahead.
too?
Yeah, I like.
Go ahead.
What gets her on the trail of Aries is that what if she busts the cult of Aries? You know, they basically say he has
even animals attack.
And he goes, and the cult of Aries basically says the god of war has risen, chaos reigns.
Yeah. I like that. That would be perfect. I like that.
That would be putting her hot on Aries' trail, following the I'm going to go dark with this, following a trail of corpses here and there.
Yeah. Well, it also could tie into the whole tether. We can tether this to the whole Greek tragedies or those classic tales.
Right. Yeah.
But this is your show, Leia. Continue.
No, I am loving these ideas. Because it's not fully fleshed out. But yeah, the purpose of this is that Aries has been released in the world. And Wolf, I like your idea. I like the idea of the bodies because he's now unleashed chaos and he likes it. But he also...
actually, now I'm bringing up the Deuteragonist origin story.
Mm-hmm.
You know who you could establish in that story? Or at least whose story is within another person's story? What's Steve's secretary's name again?
Oh, yes, Caddy.
Etta Candy.
Etta Candy.
I like it. Yes, I like this.
How will you bring Etta Candy into the story?
So
because it's been years.
I'm raising my hand in my own home and nobody can see me. My God. This is how into this that I am. All right, I have an idea. What if...
I got one too.
Okay, I got my idea. You'll give your idea, and whichever one Leia likes, mine, she'll pick.
Go ahead, Schooner. What's your idea for Etta?
What if, because we never really established what her job is, and at first I was thinking models, not too common. So what if she is, just follow me with this one. She is what do they call those?
Fashion model?
No. Art preserve. She preserves art.
Art courtier?
Art buyer, something like that. Buyer.
Yeah. Trooper, you got anything for that?
I don't.
Okay, never mind. I'll just call her a courtier or something like that.
But you know what? Now something. You know what? She can preserve art. I mean, yeah, art, specifically Greek. But I'm thinking, why don't we just have her be an archaeologist?
Yeah. Or just a philanthropist that does charity and does all kind of associations funded by her company of what's that word again? She's a tycoon of some sorts. Let's just say that.
Oh my God, that's it. She does Themyscira perfume.
Yeah.
Yes. Perfect.
All right. Anyway, Etta Candy could be either her understudy or I don't know somebody. You know what? Wonder Woman rescues her from the cult of Aries, who are attempting to once again sacrifice her,
and gets her a job.
Mm-hmm. And gives her a job.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Sorry, for me, Etta Candy will already establish as her close friend, kind of like April O'Neil and Irma.
Yep.
Yep.
From Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Etta will just be kind of like her Alfred. You know, she drives her everywhere. She's basically her butler, chauffeur. You know, cool friend, good worker. Um, her establishment is the fact that she cannot be tamed by a man, or at least she will be she'll be affected by Ares' curse, but she'll fight it through due to the friendship that she have with Diana. Like say for instance, there'll be a scene where Diana will be probably weakened by the villain, or at least like I guess if Ares gets stronger, she gets weaker, something
Okay.
like that.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Because you gotta remember, if you're following the original origin story, Leia, then she was gifted by the goddesses, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the goddesses was Ares' sister, Athena.
Right.
Ah, okay.
So she got her hunting prowess from Artemis, her knowledge from Athena, her beauty from Aphrodite, her her maternity from Hera, and I think Demeter imparted a gift on her, but I forgot what that gift was. I'll have to look that up real quick so I can help you out here, Leia. Because like I said, the you can play the gifts of the goddesses in the part of Ares. Let me see. Wonder Woman origin.
I forgot each gift that she got from the
Yeah,
gods.
I'm about to list them if I find it.
In the meantime, can I propose an idea also, Leia?
Sure. Yes, go ahead, Scoony.
So
You're the idea, man.
what if in the beginning Wonder Woman wants to find out about Superman, but then she is visited by Hermes and tells her, "Hey, Ares has escaped. You got to go and get him. This is an order from Zeus."
Okay, that's a good.
You suck.
Good one.
That's a good idea, Scoony. I kind of like that. That would
Oh,
be
here it is.
I can,
that would be,
and I don't
that
know
would be,
why, but we're all crossed here.
go ahead, Scoony.
I was thinking also we could show Hermes being why he's Hermes. If I'm reading mythology right, he's the only one that all the gods either like or tolerate, and we can kind of show how likable he is. Like he just shows up and he's like going, "Diana, baby, you look wonderful. You look great." You know.
Okay, this is weird. They even got Egyptian goddesses in this one.
Yeah.
Scoony, that's not a bad idea because that would give her a motivation about Ares, but also it's like a double mission for yes, Ares has come back into the world, or maybe she could think that maybe I can get this Superman to help me fight Ares. He sounds like he has godlike power, so maybe I can get him to help me as well battle Ares. So that can kind of lead her into wanting to search for Superman. So she's reading about him and reading about all he can do and all these powers that he has. And that could be the motivation, another motivational factor. I like that. That's not bad. That's including the Greek mythology, which is always neat. It's creative, it's different. But like I said, it's a motivation for her.
I'll just go ahead and read what I have so far. So, you guys ready for this one?
Yeah.
So, from what this screenshot is saying, it says Demeter gives her I'll wait.
No, I'm sorry.
Somebody's phone rang.
It's okay. Go ahead. Continue.
So Demeter grant the islands. Oh wait, this is the hang on. This is them building the mascara. My bad. I think this works for Wonder Woman. So you want to hear it? I'll read it.
Yes.
So Demeter grants eternal fertility that the soul that feels will provide endless bounty, so she can have fertility. Isis enchant these lands with magic. The magic possibility, which is she's imbued with magic. Mami too bind the gifts of to Themyscira with an oath of commitment. No god or mortal shall defy without swift retribution, which is she imbue her with justice, and to know the difference between justice and vengeance. Artemis endowed the forests and streams with game and fish and hunt, which is give her the skills of hunt and prowess. Neath grace grace Themyscira with the nurturing spirit of motherhood and its ferocious protection, basically maternity. Hestia sanctify each home with warmth of the hearth and the fires of security. Aphrodite blessed the islands with such love and compassion, and no weapon will work on them save one, which is weapon protection, love and protection, or imbued her with beauty. But he takes from if I can find Athena, because Athena did, because the goddesses did gift Diana before life was breathed into her. So I'm gonna look up that pretty soon, but y'all can work off of that. Go ahead, Leia.
I like the idea of basically now we got a motivation. Her knowing that Aries, and when she hears about Aries, it immediately alerts her because she knows what Aries can do. So I like the idea of that, and I think maybe perhaps she searches for Superman to try to enlist his help to battle Aries. Now she's thinking maybe Superman is another type of god. And I don't mean it in a mean way. Like I said, she doesn't really know who he is because up to this point, she always thought that she was the only one with these kinds of powers. So maybe that leads her to go to Metropolis and try to search out Superman. And while these events, as you described, are Ares is creating chaos into the world, and Superman picks up on these chaos, but he doesn't know where the chaos is coming from.
There's gonna be a crossover with Superman.
Well, I'm sorry. You want Superman and Wonder Woman to be at the end? Okay, that's what you're hitting at. Okay, but I my motivation.
This is gonna be her solo film, so I'm trying my best not to bring in A-list superheroes together like that blatantly. Like it's fine if we mention Superman here and there, or at least she'll show me Superman in the end.
Yes,
but I don't want him taking the spotlight away from her by making him the sole reason why she's operating or she's moving. It's really Ares should be the focal point of her mission.
But you don't want her curious about who is the Man of Steel?
She can be curious. That's where you get the mirror. That's why I'm saying it does connect in my Superman movie by her mentioning Superman, but that should not be her end goal or at least her big. I mean, it can probably be one of her curiosities, yes, but she's also investigating a series of occurrences happening, and that's where she connects it. I'm suggesting that she's investigating occurrences where she connects it to Ares. I would say let Cheetah be the Suicide Squad protagonist that leads that trail of breadcrumbs to Ares, to the powerhouse villain.
Okay. Do you want Ares to be using Cheetah somehow?
Yeah.
Okay.
We could say in this version that she was a cultist of Ares, and he decided he gave her quote unquote a gift, which turned out to be a curse, which turned her into Cheetah.
Mm-hmm. Right. Minerva. It will be, since we know her real name, Minerva.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Still looking for the. I knew where to find it.
So I like that. I like the way all of that is leading up to it, and I just know at the end she will meet Superman, but now she's going to deal with Ares. I like that. That is cool. That works for me, and I like the Cheetah storyline too.
It makes sense because it is supposed to be Wonder Woman's time, so
guys gotta remember to connect your villains to the heroes.
Yeah. Also, I do like the idea too of Etta Candy, it being told from the point of view of Etta Candy.
Yep, that works too. I like everything that sounds so far. I like the connection to
I don't know what I don't know what that's in the context to gamer. You tell me, man.
I think he's referring to the cell phone ring we heard earlier.
Oh.
That was my ring, but I was thinking it was my phone. It was my radio, but and it was just playing a tune for the time. But I turned it down because sometimes I turn my radio on to listen to a little music. So I'm sorry that was loud.
That's fine. That's fine.
And I also like the idea of Ares using Cheetah and Minerva. Excuse me, she's Minerva at the time, but Ares takes a gift and turns it into a curse and makes her.
Show a little bit of that. It can show a little bit of that seductive charm of Ares.
Yes, and that's what I want to steal from Kevin Smith from Xena is that seductive charm. I don't want him to lose that seductive charm of his because the Ares in the first one. Oh, Kevin Sorbo. Sorry, Kevin Sorbo.
I said no. I'm saying that's why we got Kevin Sorbo in the role because he's a magnetic man.
Exactly. Perfect. I agree 1,000%. Way better than that crap we got. I'm sorry. The first Wonder Woman was okay, but the way they portrayed Ares. Oh,
they freaking hired Remus Lupin.
Yeah, and I wasn't down with that.
He's cool, but charismatic he is not.
Mm-mm. And Ares needs to have that flair of charisma. That flair of charisma to want to suck Minerva in. He's got to have that flair of charisma. And he's loving this modern time now, the chaos that he's causing and how easy for him to cause it. So that's what Wonder Woman has to deal with. Now, at this point, I don't have any more left. That was the only idea I had in my head, but you guys have come up with some great stuff. You can go ahead and
get into the conclusion then.
Well, let's see. The conclusion is Ares is defeated, but I don't want him totally destroyed.
No. Of course, we're not going to kill him. I'm saying, how do you go about concluding the end?
I don't know yet. I don't know what else.
I have an idea.
I need help with that. Go ahead, Scooney.
What if we do the right way to do a Wonder Woman 1984 by actually showing the compassion Wonder Woman has and telling the people to reject violence just for this day, just to think for a moment.
Use her gift of harmony. If you
exactly.
Will. Let's say if one of the gods has bestowed upon her harmony, and let's not forget she's the ambassador of Themyscira and of America. So she.
Oh my God, that's it, too. She could talk about where we get her origin story. She tells the story about Themyscira, how the Amazons were in bondage and were thought that they were going to be slaves, but then they decided to unite together to overthrow their oppressors, and how, the gods took pity on them and gave them Themyscira, and there they unified and created a society, not a perfect society, but a functioning society. And she says, and when I came to the United States of America and I saw the United States, I believed in that again, that man's world maybe could be saved, that it was not savage.
That's great. I love that. I absolutely love that. The best way to defeat Ares is with her bringing together. There is a speech in Wonder Woman, the first one, where she does say that she fights either for love or because of love.
Goodness gracious, this photo of Nubia looks so damn stupid.
And that would work too. I like that because then she could talk about,
private chat.
She tells everybody, to reject at least because as the violence as the movie's progressing, the violence is escalating, and she appeals to the humanity. And at the very end, everybody can stop fighting, and Ares is yelling at them.
Thirsty.
Ares is yelling at everybody who is
nice
stopping.
Pose, dumb looking face.
He's screaming, "Keep fighting, all of you! Keep fighting!" And they're not fighting. And after he's lost, he basically, he does have his little defeated moment, but then he
I just found a way of what I can do with Steve.
He actually can pull off his helmet and he says, fine, Diana, you win this day, but just remember, whenever there's disharmony, prejudice, or hatred, I will be there.
That's perfect. Yes, I like that, Scooney. It makes, first of all, makes Ares a great villain.
So yeah, I want to
First
hear
of all,
what I would do with Steve.
Just a second, and then I want to hear what you do with Steve. Scooney, all of that sounds absolutely great, and that ends her journey, and then we end with her meeting up with Superman at the very end. That's great, Scooney, and I like the fact that perfect. That's a perfect way with Ares. I don't want him killed off. I want her to know that he's still going to be out there, so her battle will never end. And
the day is long, but the war is far from over.
Right, which can creep into gearing up with the other superheroes.
When all are one.
All are one.
And it can creep into forming some sort of super league of heroes. Not leading into it, but it's a little spice in the soup of why these Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman should team up because of what Ares just told her. Yeah, something like that. Okay, Commander, what is your idea about Steve Trevor?
So Steve is alive in present day. He's not a World War I vet.
Okay.
He's CIA in this one.
Like that one.
He Air Force turned CIA, if you will. So the ending is here. She goes to her penthouse. Steve, darling, you're home. I just got back from work. There's a guy who wants to speak to you.
He's down with an apron just making dinner.
Yeah. So he's like, oh, by the way, there's a guy here to speak with you. Somebody going by Man, Diana, Clark. We have.
I like it. Yes. I like
no,
that.
No. And here's the final line from Superman himself. I hear you've been looking for me.
Ooh, I like
something to that effect. Like I heard you were looking all over for me.
And that's pretty awesome too, because Steve and Superman are the payoff, because we don't see Steve throughout the whole movie. And if we want Wonder Woman in her penthouse yelling to her husband off screen saying, "Honey, I'm going out for a while." All right. And then at the end, it's revealed to be Steve.
I have a question, Commander. Is he, when he meets Diana, is he Clark Kent or is he as Superman, and he's just made an appearance
as Superman?
That's okay. Yeah, I kind of figured it's best for her to meet him as Superman. Okay, yeah, all right. For fanscription,
I might as well just change the title to fanscription.
But some of these ideas, they sound better than what the studios are doing right now. I would see this movie. What we're just describing.
That's a lot of material to keep up with. At one point, your brain just kind of falls out of your head. But it's good that there's a lot of it, because